But I do think we have to look at some of our players as well and go, actually, they're not as good as we think. Can I just ask this question? I can ask this.
Okay.
Do you think that opposition centre halves are worried when they see Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, but they're not worried because of the system. Not the
Not the system.
The bullshit starts from Saeed. What system? What damn system? The simple question is that, do you think opposition defenders are worried when they say Rasmus Højlund or Xerxes or Rashford or Garnacho or Anthony or Ahmad are opposition defenders, the top defenders in the league? Are they afraid? And the simple answer is no. It's an emphatic no. They don't rate your attackers. You can try and deflect as a system. No, let's stop this deflection. Regardless of the system, you still need quality players to execute and win games consistently. Pivoting and deflecting that is the system, so that you can put all the blame on Ten Hag. I'm not saying Ten Hag has done a fantastic job. That is not my argument. My argument is that two things can be right or two things can be wrong. For me, Ten Hag has not done a fantastic job, 100%. And the players are not great players. Do you know how horrible it is for, what's the name, Johnny Evans, to be, based on form, in recent form, the best Man U defender? Even though they've brought in Delete, Martinez, they have all these other players. 50-year-old Johnny Evans has been Man U's most consistent player. Deep that. Let's continue to enjoy this content. I'll back to react again. Fair use, and fair use.
Get the system. No, but wait, bro. When Van Dijk pulls up, at Old Trafford, because this is the level.
Okay.
Yeah, Saliba. Yeah, okay. Gabriel.
Okay.
When they pull up,
yeah,
they go, right, who's our opposite number? And they see Xerxes, and they see Højlund. Do you think the big man of the game, forget systems, battle for battle, man versus man in that game? Do you think the man are going, oh man, fuck it.
The thing is with that, Flex,
tight today.
And then they play with them week in, week out in the national team.
The
deflection
the
again.
Højlund Carlos
deflection.
Was managed.
They don't want to answer the question. They do not. They are deflect. They play with weaker. That is not the question. Do you think Van Dijk sees Xerxes and is terrified about Xerxes, or see the Rashford is terrified about Rashford or Højlund? No. See, Man U fans are stuck in the past glory days and projecting what Man used to do those days on the new players. The new players you have, your recruitment in the last few years has been absolute sham, garbage, rotten, not good enough. Just because you put on the Man U shirt, just because you are paid astronomical wages, just because you are acquired for astronomical transfer fees, doesn't make you a good player. No, Man U have too many average players. I said it. I made a video last time about how average Kobe Meno is. You were ripping me to parts. Now, Man U fans are descending on Kobe Meno. They overly rated that time. See, wake up and smell the coffee. You don't have good players anymore, Man U. You don't. I don't care how much you pay these average players. They are not as good as you think they are. Nobody's saying Ten Hag should be let off the hook. Ten Hag has been poor too. But the players are garbage. No matter this system, man, stop its deflection. You need good players for good system. You don't see Pep buying players who are not good enough for the Pep system, or Arteta buying players who are not good enough for the Arteta system. You have to be good enough, regardless of the system. So this deflection in the system, if you bring it up, the Danny Welbeck reference is just clutching for straws. Like, do Man U at this period in time want to buy Danny Welbeck, or Chelsea, or Arsenal, or Man City? Do they want to acquire Danny Welbeck? Like, what Danny Welbeck is doing for Brighton in their system, right? He's working for now. He's a purple patch. Then why we're having a purple patch at the moment doesn't mean he's that guy. He's past it. Let's stop it. Man U fans, right? I understand you're desperate. You're desperate to win. You're desperate to go back to your glory days. But you have to do the right thing. Your recruitment has to be revamped. All these players you bought, even to the last transfer window, I'm sorry, they are not good enough. You delete, not good enough. Would they give you 1 or 2 games to make you feel there's something there? That was you get. You see, you guys have bought players who cannot be consistent. They will give you 1 or 2 good performances, but can they be consistent 30 games out of 38? No. The proof is in the pudding. You have players who are full. You have a team, a long list of players who are full of purple patches. Is it that Dalot is on form? It drops off. Luxor is on form. It drops off. Rashford is on form. It drops off. Højlund is on form. It drops off. Like there's no player in your team that can be consistent at least 30 games out of 38. No, none. Media consistent for 5 games here. The next player consistent for 4 games here and there. You cannot build anything substantial, anything solid with a bunch of players full of inconsistency. So wake up and smell the coffee. You have not recruited well. You haven't. Saeed and the rest deflecting and gaslighting that is the system. It's not the system. I'm not saying there might not be a little contribution from the system, but the substantial fault is not from the system. The players ain't good enough. They are not good enough. You can come to my comment section and insult me as much as you want, like you did when I did the Kobe menu content. It doesn't change the fact you have too many average players. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Very important. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. System.